Good morning, community. It's Wednesday, officially hump day. It's officially the middle of the week. I don't know, my weeks go by really, really quickly. So I'm really trying hard to practice gratitude every time I get an opportunity. So I'm here in my home studio, here at my desk, and I just wanted to share a couple of thoughts with you this morning, some ideas that I have rolling around in my head, and I was going to write a blog about it, but then it was just faster to do a video, so I'm going to do a quick little video. I know for my American cousins that it's your Thanksgiving tomorrow, and I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and I want you to think about some of the things that you are grateful for. And I know we talk a lot about living in gratitude and how that's the way we're going to change the world. And I recently saw an article on Facebook this morning, which I shared on my personal page, about how we can create children who aren't entitled and spoiled. And to some degree, we are all entitled and spoiled. If we live in North America, and we were raised in North America, and we have a roof over our head, and we have clothes on our back, and we know where our next meal is coming from, and we have a stable government, and we're able to live a life that isn't constantly in fear, for some groups of people anyway. And I think we forget that. And when I see some of the backlash that we have going on against the refugees coming in from Syria, I think that we all forget that we live a very, 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 very privileged life. We live a life where we have a lot of these comforts in our homes that we just come to expect. And there's a whole group of people out there from different cultures and different races who don't have all the things that we have. And we need to remember to be not only grateful for that, but to share the abundance that we have in our families. So here in Windsor, we're starting to get the first group of Syrian refugees. And I'm really excited to do whatever I can to make them feel welcome. A friend of mine, Christina, and I are working on a project. It's actually Christina's project about raising money and getting supplies together to help those families feel more comfortable. And more on that later. She's going to post on that and I'll share it. But I'm really happy to help her with that. But I'm really trying to spend some time in my own gratitude. I sometimes forget and I get angry about stuff and I get self-righteous about stuff. I'm not even going to lie about that. And I forget that I have a certain amount of privilege in my own life, you know, as well as everybody else. And these are unearned, you know, things that we have, things that we haven't done anything to get, and they're just given to us. So I want to remember that I come from a place where I've never had to look for another meal, and I've always had a roof over my head, and I've always had very hardworking parents who help instill in me the practice of working hard and standing up and speaking out against things that are unjust and using my influence or my power to help lift up the people who are not in the same place as I am. So I'm really grateful for that very important lesson, which I will also pass on to my sons. And I'm already noticing it in their own behaviors and their character, that they are willing to step up and speak up. And that's really important that they learn these things. And I'm also teaching them to not feel spoiled and entitled by, you know, they don't get everything they want all the time. And my kids here know a lot. So I think it's really important to teach that. I'm headed off to the high school in about an hour, because now I'm aimlessly rambling, to teach a yoga class. And the yoga class theme is going to center around just that. Gratitude for the bodies that we're in, gratitude for the fact that we live in North America, and that we live in a relatively safe environment. Gratitude for everything we have, and instead of always wanting more, being happy where we are. And in yoga, we call that santosha, or contentment. So I've just decided today that I'm putting together a little course about being happy exactly where you are. So as we move into the new year, I know we all like to have a big long list of intentions or resolutions that we want to set for ourselves. And by the second or third week of January, all those things have fallen by the wayside. But I've decided to create a course that you'll be able to get online in the next couple of weeks about just being okay with exactly where you are and starting to look for the blessings in the everyday. So I think that's really important. I'm also all about, in this course, teaching you to love yourself, right? This is the hardest thing. I get this question at least once a week on my Facebook messages. How do you get to a place of self-love? Well, it's hard because it's a practice. I can't say I wake up every day and love everything about myself, because some days I wake up and I'm just angry. And when I wake up angry and sad in those moments, that's the time I sit down and write my gratitude journal. And that actually usually flips my attitude around. And I reach out to you, my friends on Facebook and social media, and my friends in my own community, when I'm having these moments that I'm feeling, kind of down about stuff, or I'm particularly harsh on myself, or I'm feeling somehow slighted by the world. I reach out to my community, and I really embrace those who can help lift me up. Or sometimes it's nice to just find solidarity in those who are feeling the same and just kind of break out of that. So I really think it's important to share those skills or those strategies, and also to create a community where others who maybe feel a little lost can come and feel grounded. And I think we've also done that. I've also done that in my online community, Yoga Steya, which is my online yoga site. And the community there is amazing. We have a little Facebook group for just Yoga Steya members, and we support each other, and that's a really great group. So really it's about community, it's about gratitude, and it's about using your voice and your own set of privileged circumstances to help lift the rest of the world up. And it would be really great if we could start to live this life from a place of love as opposed to a place of hate, and we do that a lot. So my request for you this week, it's midweek for the next couple of days, is to start looking at your life from a broader scope. Start thinking about all the things that you contribute to this world, whether it be your children or your own personal practices or whatever it is, and how you're shaping consciousness. Because believe it or not, everything we do and everything we say has some kind of impact, even though it's minuscule, or it may be huge if you have a huge platform to draw from. But I just want you to think about this. And so this video doesn't go on for 20 minutes, I'm going to wrap it up here. So these are my Wednesday musings. So please feel free to comment down below and let me know what you think, and let me know how you're using your life to make this planet a better place for all of us. And let's remember, together we rise. So I'll see you next time. Namaste.